Now you have Jupyter installed. Let's learn how to use it. If you haven't watched the video on installing Python and Jupyter yet, go and watch it. To get started, all you need to do is open your terminal. Type CMD on your search bar and press enter. This opens your terminal. Then run this command, Python space -m notebook. This opens a web browser like this. To create a notebook, what you need to do is you have to click on the button new. When you click that button, you can see a list. And what you need to do is you have to go and click Python 3. And now we have a Jupyter notebook. By default, a notebook is named as untitled. You can change this name. To change the name, click here. You can see the file extension is IPYNB. IPYNB means Interactive Python Notebook. To change the name, we need the extension as it is. And to change the name, we can highlight the untitled and type whatever the name that you want to give for your Jupyter notebook. I'll give the name as script. And click the button rename. This interactive Python notebook, this extension .ipy notebook is a file format that stores a Jupyter notebook, which contains codes, text, and outputs together. It is a file type used to save Jupyter notebook work. Okay, now click on rename. Now instead of untitled, you can see the name that you pass. Okay, this is the place where we type the codes. This is called a cell. So I'll type a simple code 1 + 2. To get the output, press Ctrl Enter. To open another cell below this one, you can click this icon, insert the cell below. This opens a new cell. I'll type another command, 100 into 2. Another way to run this command is you can click on the button here, this arrow here. If you want to open a cell below this one, another thing that you can do is you can press the escape button and press B. That will open a cell below the current cell. Current cell is the one which has a blue color frame around it. If you want to open a cell above this, you can click on escape and press A. That will open a cell above the current cell. I'll type a small array called X. X equals 1, 2, 3, 4, and close the brace. And to run the and also I want to print X and press enter. You can see the values. Okay. Now let's see how to install a module. To install a module, you can type pip install. So this is how you should do that. And this symbol need to be included. Then type pip and type install numpy. This is like installing a package in R. So you can see currently the cell is running. When it is running, you can see here a star mark. Okay, now we install the numpy. If you can also install the package using the terminal as well. In that case, you have to type on only this part. So to import numpy, you can type import numpy as np. So this means In future, whenever I want to refer to NumPy, I'm not typing the full name. Instead, I type NP. NP means NumPy. Let's press Control Enter, then this will load the package. Okay, now let's do some small calculations using the NumPy. I'll create a small a vector. So to create a vector, you can use, I'll give a new name for the vector A, and you can use NumPy. So this means array function inside NumPy. And you can pass the values as 50, 60, 70, 80, and 90, and 100, and then close the square bracket and press, and then type print A. This prints the value. If you type A square bracket 0, this extracts the first element in this in the vector, in the array. The first element is 50. You can see the 50 here. If you want to extract the values greater than 65, you can type A, and then within square bracket, you can type the condition A greater than 65. When you press enter, now you can see it extract only these values, 70, 80, 90, 100. If you want to get some summary measures, for example, NP mean value, you can use NP mean, and you can pass the name of the vector. This prints the mean value. If you want to find the maximum, you can type np.max A. This gives the maximum value. To print the minimum value in the array, you can use np minimum, M-I-N-A. This prints the minimum value in the vector. To get the summation of all the values, you can type np dot sum A. Okay. Let's see how to create some pattern data. I will create, to create some pattern data, you can use np.arrange. This gives an error message. We will fix the error message later. Let's type np dot repeat. I want to repeat 1, 2, 3 2 times. So you can see each element is repeated 2 times. And if you want to repeat the pattern multiple times, you can type np dot tile, then type 1, 2, 3, and here you can pass 3. Now in this case, the entire sequence is repeated 3 times. Earlier, each element is repeated 2 times. If you type np.arrange range 1 to 11. Yeah, you will get the numbers from 1 to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Unlike R, here what you can do is you can go to the previous errors and fix the issues. So here I have a spelling mistake, and if I rerun this, I can fix the issue. Okay. This is a little bit about coding with Jupyter Notebook. Actually, these functions are like the rep functions in R. In order to do these tasks, we use the rep function and sequence function. This command is like library. It's like the library function in R, which we use to load the packages. This is like install.packages in R. Okay, that's all. And we will, in next video, we will see some of the more of the coding that we can use with the Jupyter notebook. So in order to save the file, you can just simply click on the save button. That will save your work.